third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there.
180. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that together.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
61, match box, lights.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing is Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now on first down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Rodgers now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. Because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A huge play there for Chicago. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They run. This is Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. A 1-yard touchdown pass as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To try again after the sack, Rodgers, and this one complete to Reed. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan showing you.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And this is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and he finds his tight end, Graham. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Check 4.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Greystone, travel.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. On third and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first down, it's Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire.
And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, an 80-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers on the crossing route, complete. That's Reed. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Now Rodgers. Nowhere escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Check, Lucky. Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to throw. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction. There he goes left side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 75 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 30 on second down, Trubisky, the connection made, it's Graham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run, it's a first down. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad, first and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Trubisky now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
First down, a run with Cohen. And some room to run now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive, it was so deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? Right. It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Cohen, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
They try again with Cohen. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. All eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was.
Just feel it it's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't